NuSound 92 FM.
Today, I've got a very important guest. I've got Olivia Duke, who is a businesswoman. She runs her own successful jewellery business and it's handmade jewellery. Welcome to NuSound Radio, Olivia.
Thank you for having me, Sujata. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Jewellery. You know, we all love jewellery. And tell us a bit about yourself first and how you got into jewellery.
Well, I'm actually a history graduate. I specialise in South Asian history. And in the final year of my degree, I was weighing up what I was going to do with all the questions you have when you're at that certain time in your life. And I've always had a keen interest in doing creative things, making things. And I wanted to get into sort of clothing and design. As I was in the process of designing pieces of clothes, I also decided that I wanted to have a business in jewellery. I wanted to expand my creativity into that field. So I began to make jewellery and I taught myself how to do it. I just I did a bit of research on it. I looked at what materials I needed and I just started to make things.
And you make it, I was going to say handmade, which is really something, isn't it?
Yes, it's a nice thing to do. I mean, there is a lot of jewellery out there on the high street and a lot of it is mass produced. So it's nice to have something a little bit different and a little bit more creative, and it has a personal touch. So
it does. When you walked into the studio, I noticed the lovely necklace around your neck.
Yes, it's one of my favourite pieces. It's made of turquoise check crystals, black check crystals on plated silver. It's a lovely drop necklace, and it's in my turquoise range. I do a range of turquoise jewellery, and it's one of the special pieces in that range.
NuSound 92 FM.
So Olivia, I was going to say, all your jewellery, would it always be one-off?
The majority of my jewellery, I do a lot of pieces that are one-off pieces. I feel that once I've created the one piece, when you try to create the same piece, it's not always the same. I might add a different type of bead, or I might change the design slightly. So most of the time, my jewellery, they are one-off pieces. Or if I do make a certain range, for example, I have a range of rattlesnake bracelets made of different coloured handmade beads from India. I've made like about 20 or 30 of those. So sometimes I do have certain pieces that I do make more than one piece of.
I was going to say, the bracelets are very popular these days, aren't they? You see men and women wearing coloured beads bracelets these days.
Definitely. And in fact, my rattlesnake bracelets, they are one of my best sellers because they are very funky, they're very individual. And I do find that a lot of men as well do like my jewellery, which is fantastic.
What, for themselves or for their girlfriends or wives?
For a bit of both, actually.
NuSound 92 FM.
Oh.
What inspires you to make those designs? Because they are such unique and wonderful designs.
Usually it's colour. When I usually do not pre-draw designs for jewellery. What I do is I go to a range of shops. I either go to a bead shop or charity shop and have a look at certain pieces of jewellery or beads. And then I buy the most attractive beads. I really do like mixing bright colours, different textures, for example, wood with glass or semi-precious stones with wood. So I like to mix different textures, and it's always usually the colour of the beads. I sort of put certain beads together or certain colours together that I think are very nice, and that's usually my inspiration for developing jewellery, and it kind of takes its own, it has a life of its own, if you like. It kind of takes form from there. So
NuSound 92 FM.
Because not only do you sell your goods, like your designs at is it antique or crafts?
It's
market.
Well, I sell them mostly at arts and craft markets, and in particular, there is one at Brick Lane called the Backyard Market, which is at the Old Truman Brewery. It's not to be confused with the Up Market. That's a different market, but this one's the Backyard Market. It's a new market, and it's number 91 Brick Lane.
Okay,
So that's where I usually sell.
And you're going to Camden as well?
Yes, this Sunday I'm going to try something different. I'll be going to the Camden Lock Market. So everyone knows Camden Market. But I'm going to be at Camden Lock. If you do want to get there, the nearest tube is, of course, Camden Town or Chalk Farm, both of which are on the Northern Line. You can also get there by bus. I'll just shout out a few bus numbers if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
You can take the number 24, 27, 29, C2, 135, 168, amongst many other buses that get there. And parking is quite limited for cars.
Yeah. What day is that, Olivia, at Camden Market?
It'll be this Sunday, the 20th of January, from 10 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. in the evening.
So I hope it's a nice day, because it's wonderful to walk down Camden Lock as well.
No, fingers crossed it doesn't rain.
Yeah. And Olivia, you did mention that you sell your jewellery on the internet as well.
Yes,
If you can just mention a few, we'll come back to it, but if you can mention a few websites that if people are interested in.
Yes, I have my main website, which is www.funkyjewellery, it's JEWELLERY, London.com. So that's funkyjewellerylondon.com. I also sell a range of my rattlesnake bracelets on www.funkyjewellerylondon.bigcartel.com, and another website called etsy.com. It's ETSY.com. If you just type in the jewellery box, which is my company name, then my jewellery will appear.
Okay, Olivia, we'll have a short break and then we'll talk to you in a little while.
Thank you.
NuSound Radio. 2FM.
You're listening to the Community Hour on 92 FM on NuSound Radio with Sujata. We're fast approaching 12 o'clock. It's 5 minutes to 12. And in the studio, I've got Olivia Duke, who's a business lady.
Hello.
Hello, Olivia. I was going to say, not only you do your own jewellery, but you're also branching out into lingerie.
Yes, yes. I currently sell handmade jewellery, a range of individually made pieces and a range of mass-produced pieces. And I also do custom-made jewellery, and I use a range of precious stones, semi-precious stones. I do Swarovski crystal pieces on demand for custom-made jewellery. I can also cater for a range of occasions, from weddings to parties, etc. And I will be releasing a range of lingerie in September this year.